The region of the Elbląg Canal and the Iława Lake District abounds with picturesque forests covering rolling hills, lakes, meandering rivers, meadows, and fields. But its greatest attraction is the historical canal. Because of the lack of hardened roads, the transport of farm produce and goods obtained from forests would be the easiest by a water route situated between Ostróda and Elbląg. However, the only obstacle was a nearly 100-meter difference in water levels between Pniewo and Różno lakes. George Jakob Stinky was entrusted with the task of solving this problem. The engineer, while implementing the project, used a technical solution previously applied in the construction of the Morris Canal in the United States. There at the construction site, he learned the principles of inclined plane operations. While adapting it for his own design, in place of the upper lock, he introduced a system of dry inclined planes and the rail tracks on which carriages with ships were moved, with the water wheel drives being situated away from the canal. These hydrotechnical solutions ensured Stinky a prominent place in the history of hydrotechnology. Even today, visitors are attracted and fascinated by wooden models of the devices and mechanisms exhibited in the museum in Bucieniec, as well as their metal equivalents in the equipment used in the inclined plane in operation.
I think that federal floor. So this is just a thing which help them prepare all this machinery.
It's no wonder that the Elbląg Canal is perceived first of all from the perspective of unique inclined planes, with an original solution applied for rail tracks, carriages transporting ships, water-powered mechanical lifts, or the Francis water turbine used in the inclined plane in Kałuny, in place of a water wheel. After the canal was put into operation, the economic life of the towns located along it began to develop. Timber mills, brickyards, mills, and boat builder workshops started to emerge along the canal. A machine factory and a granary were constructed in Ostróda. Granaries were also built in Iława and Miłomłyn. for this economic revival, the neighboring landowners honored the constructor of the canal by erecting a monument to him in Buceniec. Unfortunately, along with the dynamic development of railways and the construction of roads, transport along the canal proved less and less profitable. In 1912, Adolf Tetzlaff started passenger navigation along the canal. He continued the cruises until the end of World War II, and after its end, together with Zygmunt Mianowicz, restarted operations. Today, the canal is used only for tourist traffic, which is increasing year after year. This is regarded as a great opportunity for the towns and communes situated near the canal. By associating in the Union of Communes of the Ostróda Elbląg Canal, they promote this unique water route. They also invite tourists to visit their towns and see the nearby attractions. Ostróda is a dynamically developing town. A former Gothic municipal church, reconstructed from ruins, currently under the name of St. Dominic Savio. The oldest monument in Ostróda is a Gothic castle whose former splendor has been restored after war damage. Góra Dywelska, the highest summit in northeastern Poland, reaching 312 meters above the sea level, is located south of the town within the borders of the Ostróda commune. From the viewing tower built on the hill, you could admire the beautiful panorama of the Dywelski Hills Scenic Park, referred to as the Polish Tuscany. Skiers can enjoy the more than 800-meter-long electronically controlled lift in Ostróda. The biggest attraction in Ostróda is navigation. Its ships serve tourist traffic along the canal. From Ostróda, you can choose one of three destinations: Iława, Stare Jabłonki, and Elbląg. Each of these routes has different tourist values. While taking the canal arm to Stare Jabłonki, you can see two chamber locks in operation, with Ostróda and Mały Róż. It is also the part of the route with the largest forest clusters, preserved in the vicinity of Ostróda, between lakes Szelag Wielki, Szelag Mały, Drwicki, and Ilgi. The most interesting fragment of this arm of the canal is the connection between lakes Szelag Wielki and Szelag Mały. The cutting runs under a railway embankment dividing two lakes. At the end of this route is the Anders Hotel, with a wide range of tourist attractions. Iława is the final stop of the trip along the second arm of the canal. This town is situated at the south end of the longest lake in Poland, Lake Jeziorek. It is a fast-growing tourist center, famous for water tourism, hiking, and cycling. In Iława, those who enjoy active recreation can enjoy a ride or a walk along an almost 5-kilometer route for pedestrians and cyclists running along the bank of the Iławka River and Lake Jeziorek. The Iława Eco Marina, situated on the west coast of Lake Jeziorek, is popular for sailing holidays. A similar eco-marina is located in the area of the Iława commune, in Szymiany, the second largest center of water sports in the region after Iława. The local primary school in Ławice, a town situated near Iława, houses a memorial room dedicated to Emil von Behring, the first Nobel Prize winner in medicine, awarded in 1901. Von Behring, a German bacteriologist, is regarded as the founder of immunology and became famous as the inventor of vaccines against diphtheria and tetanus that helped to save the lives of thousands of soldiers wounded during World War I. Szymbark, with the ruins of the 14th century castle of the Pomazania chapter, burned down in 1946 by the Red Army, is situated in the commune of Iława. It was here that Volker Schlondorf shot outdoor scenes for The Ogre, a film starring John Malkovich as the main character. From Iława you can sail to Zalewo through the historical Dobrzycki Canal, making up a part of the Elbląg Canal water complex dug at the beginning of the 14th century by the Zalewo burghers. On the canal, the town of Dobrzycki features a replica of a more than 100-year-old stone road bridge. The Zalewo Ecological Mini-Marina on Lake Iwingi is adapted for the needs of the disabled and welcomes all water sports enthusiasts. The most impressive monument in Zalewo is the St. John the Evangelist Gothic Parish Church. The west side of the church features a donjon with a fragment of a defensive wall surrounding the town preserved in good condition. In the Jewish cemetery in Zalewo, there are a dozen tombstones preserved until our times, one of the few mementos of the Jews living in Varmia, Missouri until 1945. In Muamwin, the greatest attraction for passengers cruising along the canal is locking. Chamber locks of this type are rarely found in European inland water routes. The attractiveness of the Elbląg Canal route can be confirmed by numerous canoe trips taken along the canal, among others, by young Karol Wojtyła, later Pope John Paul II. The inhabitants of Muamwin founded a monument to commemorate the Pope's presence on the trail. Other tourist attractions are offered by the Muamwin Hotel. The town authorities of Muamwin, wanting to attract water sports enthusiasts for longer, funded a comfortable marina. Morąg is a town situated near the canal, in the historical land of Pogazania. The center of the town features a Gothic town hall dating back to the mid-15th century. Particular attention should be paid to its basement, which housed small covered markets and jails for local criminals. Today, the building is the home of the Morong Historical Memorial Room. In the center of Morong, you can see the 16th century Baroque palace of the Dawn family, with a characteristic windowless turret. It houses a museum of Johann Gottfried Herder, a German parson, philosopher, and writer, the originator of the concept of nationality. The square in the front of the palace features a Baroque sunset constructed in 1741, the only installation of this type in this part of Poland. The early Gothic church of the Apostles Peter and Paul, with a well-preserved set of medieval figurative paintings and the main altar dating back to 1690, is an interesting historical monument. Tombstones of the Doan family can be seen in the presbytery. Małdyty is a town related to George Jakob Steenke. During the construction of the canal, he resided in an administrative building belonging to the land estate in Małdyty. Currently, the building houses the Podkubukiem Inn. For a longer stay, tourists can spend more time near Małdyty in a hotel located in the Sopli Palace. A popular place in Małdyty is the Sports and Recreation Center, with pedestrian walkways, a stage, a barbecue shelter, and a playground for children. In the village of Jarnotowo in Małdyty commune, the local fire station houses a mini-museum of Immanuel Kant, who in 1750 to 1754 taught the children of the von Hulsen family. The village also features a wooden sculpture showing a full-size statue of the philosopher. Although Paswink, unlike Ostróda or Młomwin, has no direct contact with the canal, the most frequently visited inclined plane in Bucheniec is located within the commune boundaries. A horse stud in Rechna is located near the canal. In the center of the town, the visitors can admire interesting monuments, such as the well-preserved defensive walls, with Kamienna and Młynska gates, and the stellar vault in the Gothic arcades of the town hall. In the St. Bartholomew Church, you can listen to music played on the 36-tone pipe organ from 1719, the work of the famous Andres Hildebrandt of Gdansk. This is the largest Baroque organ in the north of Poland. Treasure hunters and history enthusiasts consider the former Teutonic castle in Paswink as one of the possible places where the legendary Amber Room could be hidden. The suburbs of Paswink feature Sand Valley, an 18-hole golf course popular in the region. Just like Paswink, Rychliki is connected to the canal only through inclined planes in Jeleni and Całuny. The inclined planes make this section of the cruise particularly attractive for tourists. However, the place that is best known in the commune is the Sacred Grove, the supposed site of Saint Albertus's death. Arcaded houses in Jalanki are another lesser-known attraction. Because of the abundance and variety of fauna and flora, the fragment of the canal crossing the Druzhino Lake is exceptional. The ornithological reserve of the lake is home to 207 species of birds, with 108 species nesting in this area. The vegetation of the lake and adjoining areas is also particularly rich, with rushes making up the largest part. The attractiveness of the Elbląg commune is determined by its location. It is situated in two different geographical regions, the Vistula lowlands and the Elbląg upland. A seaport connected with the Baltic through the Puławska Strait, and an inland port connected, among others, through the Elbląg Canal with the Lake District, are the assets of the town. The old town in Elbląg is particularly fascinating, with a row of carefully constructed tenement houses, of which only 6 escaped destruction in the war. St. Nicholas Cathedral, dominating the town with a 97-meter tower, is one of the highest sacral buildings in Poland. The most valuable items of interior furnishings include a Gothic brass baptismal font from 1387 by the master Bernhauser, wooden figures of the Apostles, a large Gothic sculpture presenting St. Nicholas, and late Gothic altars originating from other churches in Elbląg. One of the most characteristic and recognizable monuments of Elbląg is the 14th century market gate. In the past, it was a fragment of the town fortifications which have not been preserved until today. The market gate is connected to a legend about a young baker. During the war between Poland and the Teutonic Order, in March 1531, the Teutonic army tried to seize Elbląg at night. The town was saved by a journeyman baker who saw the invaders just in time and used a pickaxe to cut the rope to close the market gate. The gate was locked, and the town and its inhabitants were saved. The memory of the brave young baker has been preserved for centuries. Today, the monument of the baker in front of the gate recalls that event. Rachki Elbląski, a town situated within the boundaries of the commune, is the lowest point in Poland. Archaeological excavations in Trusno, an early settlement of Vikings who lived on Lake Druzhno, are another tourist attraction. A place also worth visiting with a recreation and holiday park is Nova Hollandia. Currently, the canal is undergoing a thorough renewal, consisting in complex reconstruction of all 5 inclined planes and 4 locks, reinforcement of the banks, and desludging of the water trail. The works are proceeding, and all locks are ready for operation. Although navigation along the canal has been suspended until the summer season of 2015, the region is still worth visiting for all the other attractions that it offers.